China, a great country with over 5,000 years of uninterrupted civilization, has countless achievements in its history and endured many hardships. To this day, modern China radiates a new and impressive energy. Let us decipher through culture the answers to the magical codes that lie behind this powerful vitality. Welcome to this episode of Chinese Practice with Chinese Wisdom. Today we are going to decipher the cultural code of acting in good faith and being friendly to others. We have invited Mihaly Maniati, former advisor to the Greek Ministry of Culture and Sports, and Abdullah, an Egyptian student, to join us in our discussion. Welcome you two. Welcome Mihaly. Welcome Abdullah. In another studio, we have also invited other three guests. They are Professor Wang Yiwei, Professor Zhao Dongmei, and Dr. Kanayev from Russia. Over 100 young people from home and abroad are also present as our audience. Before we start today's discussion, let's watch a short video.
Honesty and friendliness among Chinese people is something that I really respect.
If they give you like a promise or anything, like they will just keep their promises.
So all of the people like to sit in one table and they like to share food, and it kind of shows me that there is no division between the people.
It's so easy. It doesn't matter how you know language or not know language. It's easy. You can get help to anyone.
There is no distinction. There's no difference. There's no issue of any racial difference. I enjoy this place, and it's a home away from home.
In that short video, we heard some young international friends talking about their impressions of Chinese people, such as trustworthiness, friendliness, and harmony that reflect the idea of acting in good faith and being friendly to others, the wisdom in traditional Chinese culture. First, let's see how we write this old saying in Chinese. Let's invite our old friend Uncle Hanzi to analyze the Chinese character.
Hello, my name is Richard Sears. Xin does not have an oracle form, but Yan does. Yan, in oracle characters, looks like this. Its lower portion is shaped like a tongue, while the upper portion stands for the words from people's mouth. This is the bronze character for Yan. Later, people added Ren, meaning person. Thus, the bronze character Xin was born. Xin was widely used in the Warring States period for people's names and titles of princes, from which we can feel the people's yearning for integrity. Later, the character Xin evolved to mean credibility, trust, and honesty. Thus, acting in good faith and being friendly to others simply means we should value honesty and credibility and strive for harmony. Thank you.
Mihaly, do you know where this ancient Chinese phrase came from?
Both China and Greece, as ancient countries, are considered cradles of Eastern and Western civilizations. Therefore, I have a particular interest in the Chinese culture. I know that acting in good faith and being friendly to others comes from the Book of Rights. You see, this is a book I'm particularly fond of.
I thought I have not read the Book of Rights. I have been living in China for a long time, and I'm quite familiar with the word Qin. However, this phrase seems a bit confusing.
All right, let's invite our Chinese experts to interpret the profound meanings of this ancient phrase.
This expression from the Book of Rights, the conveyance of rights, means that people strive for integrity and build harmonious social relationships. The Chinese character mu in ancient times meant the look in one's eyes is calm and gentle, which can further refer to the relationship between people such as harmony, closeness, and friendliness.
Acting in good faith and being friendly to others encompasses the important concepts of integrity and harmony in traditional Chinese culture, and the dedication and perseverance to integrity have become the core values and basic requirements of traditional Chinese virtues.
The Book of Rights record on the subject of education has a saying, an important promise comes with no words. Integrity and keeping one's words in the Chinese culture is mainly built upon moral requirements.
Exactly. What I want to say is that the Western concept of contract may have first appeared in Roman law, referring to an agreement between two parties that creates a legal relationship. The Chinese culture of integrity and the Western idea of contract both originated from the natural needs of human nature to make life easier for people.
Thank you for the interpretation. At around 100 BCE, on the principles of acting in good faith and being friendly to others, the Chinese people paved the way of the Silk Road to connect the East and West. Spanning over 2,000 years and tens of thousands of kilometers, the Silk Road has promoted the exchange and integration of world cultures.
Speaking of the Silk Road, it reminds me that Greeks from ancient times used the term Ceres to refer to China, which means silk or silkworm cocoon. The Greek writer Marcellinus described the land in his history book, and it goes like that, the description. He says, people in Ceres, meaning the area that now it's known as China, are gentle and humble, who do not hold arms and never get involved in wars. I think this description reflects and describes the Chinese principle of acting in good faith and being friendly to each other.
Thank you, Mihaly. In 1405, the third year of Emperor Yongle's reign during Ming Dynasty, Zheng He departed on his grand maritime expedition, attracted the attention of the world.
In 1405, during the reign of Emperor Yongle of the Ming Dynasty, Zheng He, a Chinese sea explorer, set sail with a fleet of more than 200 ships and 27,000 crew, and in the following 28 years, he made 7 ocean voyages to the west, visiting more than 30 countries and regions. My home country, Malaysia, has a strong connection with the Zhenghe. During his voyages to the Western Seas, Zhenghe's fleet passed through Malacca on 5 occasions. The fleet carried Chinese tea, porcelain, and silk for trade, and played a role in mediating and easing conflicts among various countries. Thanks to the protection of the Ming Dynasty, the Malacca Kingdom grew stronger, and the Malacca region developed from a small fishing village into a significant center for east-west trade and commerce. Although Zhenghe's visits were brief, their impact on us has been lasting. Even today in Malaysia, places like Sampo Hill, Sampo Well, and Sampo Temple still tell the legendary stories of Zhenghe's fleet. The friendship forged between China and Malaysia during Zhenghe's era continues to endure.
So, Abdullah, I guess you have heard of Zhenghe yet?
I had heard about Zhenghe voyages to the Western Seas. Zhenghe is also among the 100 most influential people of the millennium, selected by the American magazine Life. His practice of treating all nations with respect and engaging in equal exchanges has earned ancient China recognition worldwide.
In the long course of history, the 15th century was an era of maritime exploration and development, of course. Portugal and some other nations organized a series of expedition voyages into the oceans, and they started from along the coast of Africa. And then, of course, the most famous of these trips were the one that Christopher Columbus did. And actually, he did 1, 2, 3, 4 across the Atlantic, trying to reach India, as he thought. However, the difference is that the mission of Zheng He's fleet was to establish peaceful and harmonious international relations rather than engaging in plundering or colonization.
Thank you, Mihaly, for your insights. In 1949, with the establishment of the People's Republic of China, the Communist Party of China has inherited this traditional cultural concept and established China's reputation featuring peace and friendliness on international stage. Next, we have Wang Xiaole from Tanzania to tell us about a railway line there.
In the 1960s, Tanzania and Zambia both declared their independence and decided to construct a railway from Tanzania to Zambia. However, the two countries faced challenges as they lacked funds, technology, and expertise. When they sought assistance from some developed countries, their requests were turned down. Nevertheless, despite it being a loss-making deal, China bravely agreed to take on the project.
In 1968, China sent a team of experts for survey and design planning. In the following years, more than 50,000 Chinese experts and engineers came to the two countries, among whom 69 died and lie at rest in Tanzania and Zambia.
In addition, China also provided us with interest-free unconditional loans of about 988 million Chinese RMB. In 1976, the 1,860-kilometer-long Tanzania-Zambia Railway, running through East and Central Southern Africa, was officially handed over to the government of Tanzania and Zambia. The railway has brought earth-shaking changes to the life of African people. The older generations who had never traveled could go and see the outside world. Goods and commodities could be transported efficiently, allowing remote villages to do business with the other places in the world. Today, my friends are also here with me, and we have brought our performance.
西铁路的尽头。那一年啊，我离开了妈妈，我想我就来到了的。我第一次看大海，也第一次遇到我的。我第一次看大海，也第一次遇到我的马来卡。Nakupenda sana mama, nakupenda sana Tazara, nakupenda sana mama, nakupenda sana Tazara. Maendeleo sasa yasonga mbele, maendeleo sasa yasonga mbele, maendeleo sasa yasonga mbele, maendeleo sasa yasonga mbele.
In March 2013, Chinese President Xi Jinping raised the concept of a community with a shared future for mankind in his speech at the Moscow State Institute of International Relations for the first time, guiding the way for a new approach to state-to-state relations. For the past decade, this concept has had a profound impact on the development of China and the world. How would you interpret this concept, Mihaly?
The concept of community with a shared future for mankind aligns with the common values of all humanity and has been widely approved by the international community. Furthermore, China has been practicing this concept by always acting in good faith. The reason why the world trusts China is that China has put its own development into the wider picture of global development.
In February 2023, after the strong earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria, the Chinese government sent a humanitarian aid to both countries. As soon as possible, China actions told everyone what a community with a shared future means.
In today's world, the destinies of all countries are closely related. China has been committed to cooperating with other countries for win-win outcomes. Next, let's head for Guangxi and have a look there.
Hello everyone, I am a live streamer today. Behind me on these shelves are some local specialties from Guangxi and commodities from ASEAN countries.
Bisa sebagai hadiah ulang tahun atau bisa juga dihadiahi untuk para pacarnya kalau yang sayang pacar.
This is live streaming in foreign languages other than English.
What has inspired you to start live streaming sales in these languages?
China and ASEAN countries have strong complementary needs in different fields.
Guangxi Autonomous Region has a wealth of talents who speak different languages. Based on this advantage, we have launched multi-language services for companies facing Southeast Asian markets. Our live streaming sales have been quite successful in these areas.
I've been in China for 8 years, and now I'm working in online sales, selling Asian specialties to the whole world, including our Vietnamese products. I'm very proud of what I'm doing.
Guangxi neighbors ASEAN countries by land and sea, and Nanning is the permanent location of the China-ASEAN Expo. As the RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, officially came into force on January 1st, 2022, a closer China-ASEAN community with a shared future is also on the way. The cooperation between Guangxi and ASEAN countries is a vivid example under this agreement.
Qinzhou Port is the most convenient sea passage from southwest and central South China to ASEAN. Currently, we are speeding up the formation of a new international land-sea trade corridor between China and ASEAN with the fastest delivery, the best service, the highest efficiency, and the best cost-effectiveness.
Just now we saw a very vivid case of mutual benefit and common development of China and ASEAN countries. Mihaly, I know you are a very strong advocate of these principles. Any case to share with us?
Of course. The video reminds me of Piraeus port in Greece. In 2010, Chinese investors officially began to participate in the operation of Piraeus port. Over the past decade, Piraeus port has been transformed from a port in crisis into a thriving port, bringing significant economical benefit to our local area and is creating lots of jobs all along.
In the past few years, the Egyptian government decided to build a new administrative capital called New Cairo to decrease the load on Cairo. In New Cairo, China is implementing the construction of Central Business District, an important project of Egyptian national plan. The construction is going very fast with amazing and advanced design. China is playing an important role in the development of the Egyptian capital. And the Egyptians are really happy and proud of the cooperation between the two countries.
China has been adhering to the open-up strategy of mutual benefits and win-win cooperation. For example, through the Belt and Road Initiative, important projects such as the East African Highway, the Maldives cross-sea bridges, and the China-Europe Railway have been established.
The world today is entering a new phase of turbulence and changes. Humanity is once again standing at the crossroads of history. At this important historical period, China always adheres to the concepts of peace, development, and win-win cooperation. As a responsible major country, China has proposed a series of new ideas, propositions, and initiatives that lead the trend of human development. Let's take a look at the interpretation from experts.
To build a community with a shared future for mankind is the core concept of Xi Jinping's thought on diplomacy. In this concept lies the future for the people all over the world, and it draws a blueprint for the common development, sustained prosperity, and long-term stability of human society. It also reflects the values in fine traditional Chinese culture, including acting in good faith and being friendly to others.
Exactly. Asian Chinese people prefer to cook fish and meat with all sorts of ingredients, which means that if you want to prepare a good dish, you need water, fire, something sour, meat, sauce, salt, and plums. This is a very profound concept, harmony in diversity.
History has shown us that it's possible to find common ground while preserving differences. Wisdom from Chinese culture has taught us ways of coexistence.
The pursuit of peace and development is a highlight of the Chinese traditional wisdom that undergoes constant growth and vibrant development. Let's get to know more about it.
In 2006, the foreign ministers of Brazil, Russia, India, and China held their first meeting on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly and kicked off BRIC cooperation. In December 2010, South Africa officially joined BRIC, and the group's acronym changed to BRICS. Saudi Arabia, Egypt, the United Arab Emirates, Iran, and Ethiopia became formal members of BRICS on January 1st, 2024. Upholding the spirit of openness, inclusiveness, and win-win cooperation, the BRICS Foundation for Cooperation has become increasingly solid, and its areas of collaboration have gradually expanded. Significant achievements have been made in fields such as trade and investment, energy resources, currency, and finance. This historic expansion will mark a new beginning for BRICS cooperation.
How do you think that this mechanism is related to the concepts of acting in good faith and being friendly to others and common development?
without good faith we cannot do anything, and that we should know. And that's why the BRICS cooperation mechanism demonstrates to the world an open and inclusive mode of collaboration within the context of globalization, which will have a significant impact on global governance.
In March 2023, China, Saudi Arabia, and Iran signed and issued a joint statement in Beijing, announcing that Saudi Arabia and Iran agreed to resume their diplomatic relations. Since then, the relations between the two countries have been improving continuously. The international community spoke highly of China's leading in improving the Saudi-Iran relations. It can be seen while dealing with the international relations. The CPC adheres to and carries forward the traditional culture and wisdom of valuing peace, acting in a good faith, and being friendly to others.
Thank you both of you for sharing the thoughts with us today. The peaceful nature, one of the Chinese civilization's prominent characteristics, gives strong confidence and abundant wisdom in pursuing peaceful development and promoting the formation of a community with a shared future for mankind. China is ready to work with all parties to uphold true multilateralism, advocate trust and harmony, promote win-win cooperation, and march with firm steps toward the goal of building a community with a shared future for mankind. At this ever-changing time, this is the Chinese wisdom China has contributed to global governance. Next, I would like to invite two of you to affix the engraved seal to end today's program. Let's go. Thank you for watching Chinese Practice with Chinese Wisdom. See you next time.
泱泱中华5000年，一脉相承世无双。三皇五帝文明史，诗书礼乐远流长。天下为公行大道，求索千载谋大同。名为邦本世人正，本固邦宁社稷稳。为政以德如北辰，正己修身众星拱。革故鼎新常思变，生生不息永无穷。人人为贤无偏私，五湖四海论英雄。天人合一法自然，和谐共生道相通。自强不息天行健，百折不挠气如虹。厚德载物地势坤，海纳百川人有容。讲信修睦诚为本，协和万邦命运共。亲人善邻和为贵，人间正道是大同。说不完千古。